Do you want to hold your sights like this? The key to holding your sight like this is util trading properly. Util trading means using your util to counter the enemy util coming at you. It applies to both sides, and this concept should be used in almost every engagement that involves holding space. If you don't use counter util, you'll be at a disadvantage under the effective util while your enemy will have a free fight. In this clip, 100 Thieves is looking to exec B with all 5 players, and when they do exec, John QT throws a well-timed Omen Blind that cancels out the Omen Blind and the Sky Flash that 100 Thieves threw. The counter util force Waylay to TP out and reset and have to use more util to get out of the smoke. 100 Thieves re-exec using 1 Sky Flash, and Narrate uses a good timed Waylay ult to counter the rest of the util that 100 Thieves throw, and John ends up mopping them all up. In this example, 100 Thieves are looking to split B, and Redux is isolated on site with no way to get out. 100 Thieves Waylay ults him, but since he has his full kit, he's able to use his flashes and his clone to buy enough time so that he isn't Waylay ulted by the time 100 Thieves scale to punish him. In this example, 100 Thieves do a good job baiting out the Viper Molly at mid while trying to punish Cortesia for his instant Viper ult in mid. This allows him to go up mid later in the round and have at least one of the 2 chokes at B be free of counter util. Splits on an area of the map are very powerful because it takes more util to cover the 2 chokes versus getting stalled out by 1 piece of counter util at 1 choke. Kind of like what happened in the first round we watched. Different types of util are good at different things, and while John had an okay Omen Blind timing, it's much less effective than the Yoru flashes that you saw Redux throw because it only hits people in the area that it's going through, versus the Yoru flash that affects anyone in its line of sight when it pops. Keep this in mind whenever you're using different types of counter util at different spots of the map. You shouldn't use counter util if you don't intend on holding the space or you get overwhelmed with a lot of enemy util. In this clip, you'll see Cortesia playing mid with John QT, and it seems like their plan was to act like they're actually contesting the space in order to bait out 100 Thieves into overusing util. Cortesia gets flashed and hindered but ends up getting out without using his molly. In this case, 100 Thieves use 2 pieces of util for Sentinels 0. So Sentinels will have a util advantage later on in the round. You can see Cortesia back up and throw his molly once he sees that Sky Flash go up the vent. This molly was meant to delay 100 Thieves so that the A ramp players could isolate the lurker and stop themselves from getting pinched from both sides. A lot of who wins in Valorant is decided by who has more util, so it's important to not waste the util if you're not using it to gain an advantage in a fight or stall the enemy team so you have more people to hold the space. Most pro players play a spot to do one of 2 things. They either bait the util out and concede the space and live, or they hold the space and punish anyone going through their counter util. This is how players at all levels should aim to get advantages because util allows you to take way easier fights, covering up your days when your aim isn't the best. And now that you know how to trade util, go make your side a fortress. Like, comment, and subscribe, or Wingman gets it.